Hello again, reka nizere yuko umeze neza. As you see here on this document, today we are going to discuss why you should not partially press your clutch pedal. First, you have to know what we call partial clutch pedal pressing, or what we call clutch riding. Let's first see what is a partial clutch pedal pressing. When we say partial clutch pedal pressing is when there is a rotation between a clutch disc and flywheel. This is also termed as or called as a clutch riding. Clutch riding is the same as partial clutch pedal pressing. A movement between a clutch disc and a flywheel is only result when you partially press your clutch pedal. So today, that is why we are going to see what is the effect of partially pressing a clutch pedal, or why I should not partially press my clutch pedal. You know that a clutch is what connect and disconnect the engine and transmission system, and it is mostly used in manual transmission system. In automatic transmission, there no clutch is being used. Torque converter is being used instead of using a clutch system. So what allows a link between engine and transmission system to be connected and disconnected is what we call a clutch system. That is why it is necessary to maintain our clutch system in order to prevent its malfunctioning. Let's also see where a clutch system is located. As you know, a clutch system is located between an engine and manual transmission system, and inside of passenger compartment, a clutch pedal is located on the left side of other pedals, as you see here. This left pedal is what we call a clutch pedal, this middle one is what we call a brake pedal, and this right one is what we call a brake pedal. So today we are going to discuss what will happen if I partially press my clutch pedal. We are going to see what will happen in transmission system if the clutch pedal is partially pressed. As you know, an engine flywheel and clutch disc, they rotate together as a single unit. So when a clutch disc wants to rotate itself from an engine flywheel, that is what we call a clutch riding, or an effect of partially pressing your clutch pedal. So you have to make sure that an engine flywheel, clutch disc, pressure plate, they are all rotate as a single unit. If one of that component wants to rotate itself, that is what we call a clutch riding, and this results on an excessive wear of the component than usually. The most common effect of an partially pressing a clutch pedal is what we call an excessive wear of clutch disc and engine flywheel than usually. So what you have to do is to full pressing your clutch pedal in order to avoid an excessive wear between a clutch disc and an engine flywheel and also pressure plate. Let me first show you those components I'm saying. As you see, this is what we call a clutch system, manual clutch. This is a crankshaft, pilot bushing. This is what we call flywheel, clutch disc, pressure plate, throwout bearing or an hydraulic bearing, clutch fork, and what we call bell housing. As you know, this is all component of clutch system. This is what we call a flywheel. This flywheel and clutch disc and pressure plate, they have to rotate together as a single unit. If one of these components wants to rotate itself or rotate at different speed of another component, this is what we call clutch riding, and this results to an excessive wear of this component than unusual. So you have to full pressing your clutch pedal in order to avoid your component to have an excessive wear than unusual. That this flywheel is what rides a transmission system from the engine. This flywheel is what we call an output of an engine. So let's see an effect of partially pressing the clutch pedal. The major effect of partially pressing a clutch pedal is what we call clutch slipping. When we say clutch slipping is when an engine speed is being increased without increasing a transmission speed, or is when a clutch disc fails to rotate at the same speed as an engine flywheel. When a speed of engine flywheel and the speed of clutch disc is a difference, this is what we call a clutch slipping. So to partially pressing your clutch pedal, this may result to a clutch slipping. When there is a clutch slipping, it means there is different speed between an engine flywheel and what we call excessive wear between a components. So another most common reason to not partially press your clutch pedal. To partially press your clutch pedal, this results in overheating of clutch lining. As the temperature of clutch lining being increased, the more clutch lining being weird, and this causes a clutch to be wear often than unusual. The more you partially press your clutch pedal, the more you have to replace your clutch disc, because whenever you partially press your clutch pedal, this causes your clutch lining to be weird than unusually because of overheating. So another common causes or another reason is to partially press your clutch pedal is what we call burning out of diaphragm spring tips. To partially pressing your clutch pedal, this causes the diaphragm spring tips to be burned out. Then excessive wear of the clutch plate. To partially pressing your clutch pedal, this results on an excessive wear of clutch disc than an unusually. Another common causes is another common reason to not press your clutch pedal partially is what we call an overheating of friction surface at the certain point of the flywheel. As you know, excessive temperature between a clutch system component, this causes a clutch lining to working improperly or to lose its lining than unusually. Let me show you what we call a frictional surface of the clutch plate. This is a clutch system. This is a clutch plate and what we call pressure plate and release bearing. Yes, this frictional surface is where a clutch lining is attached. So the more you partially press your clutch pedal, the more that this lining being excessively weird. So you have to make sure that you press your clutch pedal fully in order to prevent this malfunctioning. So I think you are satisfied about this session. So remember to make a subscribe, to give us comment, share. Thank you for watching a video until on its end. I think from now you will never partially press your clutch pedal again, because you have seen that the partially pressing your clutch pedal is the most common causes of your clutch lining to be excessively weird than unusually. So thank you for watching a video until on its end. So thank you.